Hello, everyone. Welcome back to a Toyless and Titles production, Friendly Fire, the rival fantasy show where we talk about fantasy sports betting and Finley throwing slingshots at people because it's Friendly Fire, right? So look out, Max. So we got the kids, we got the dogs. I'm the exact opposite. My wife and my dog are napping, and my son's at work, so I've got a quiet house. Hey, what's up, buddy? Hi. Hey, Finley.
Say hi.
Hey. All right, Nate. So on top of being super dad right now, you've got the glorious beard coming in nice and full for No Shave November. Those of us that have had testicular cancer, we appreciate your sacrifice.
Oh yeah.
That's one thing I haven't done yet. All November, I've been so busy. Guys, make sure you remember to go out and get your junk checked. Females, make sure you send your guys to go get their junk checked. That's Men's Health Awareness Month. I think we actually have 2 months because this is like No Shave November, but then there's a Men's Health Awareness later on. I don't know, but regardless, like we should handle that stuff regularly. But no pun intended. But all right. Rival Fantasy is the newest evolution in fantasy sports betting, where we have betting shows. We've got Playing with House Money with Iceman and DJ Prue, where they talk all sorts of different types of gambling, and then we have DFS advice given on After Dark with Nate, Abe, and Rich. It's a little bit different. This is Rival Fantasy sports betting, just strictly fantasy football betting. Nate and I have a bet going against each other. We're going to be talking about later on in the show with our matchups against one another. I've got a bingo board I want to show, so we got a lot to get to, but I wanted to remind everybody, join rival.com/title tribe. If you're watching this and you see the types of gambling that are done here, and it's going to be unique. It's definitely nothing like you've ever seen before. Then you're going to want to go to that link. And then when you do, your first deposit of up to $200 will be matched, plus an additional $25 just for using that link. Then make sure you friend us. Our names are down below, Nate T to T and Justin T to T. And Nate, you know how you always have that buddy where you'll place like a $10 bet on a game or something, and then he'll always find a way to be like, well, that's not what I said, or that's not what happened, or they always find a way to not pay the debt, right?
Every time.
That's what I love about Rival. Like, you put your money where your mouth is, and a Rival will pay you out if you win, and they'll take your money if you lose. Pretty simple. So, all right. So, Nate, first thing, let's talk about last night's game. I guess it would be 2 nights ago as you're watching this, because I'm dropping this on Saturday. But Thursday night football, Ravens-Bengals. It was my game of the week on the flagship show on Tuesday night. Looked like it was going to be a promising game, but, man, those injuries.
God, when I saw Mark Andrews get tackled, I get so sick of the people that hip drop tackle. He's tackled. That happens. There's no – that you can't not do that. I don't think – Logan Wilson's a stud. There's nothing wrong with what he did. It's just the nature of the game.
Yeah.
But, just seeing him as soon as he hit the ground, what he did, I didn't know what I love Mark Andrews. I always have, and actually I think last week on After Dark, I was saying, I like Joe Burrow and Lamar MVP going forward. Those two guys, I think they're both going to put a pretty good, I think Lamar will probably still win, to be honest. But, I felt like Joe Burrow had a real shot as well as he'd been playing, and then both those injuries happened, and I mean it was miserable.
Yeah, and that hip drop tackle, like, that happens on every single drive. Like, at least if there's a long drive that's 80 yards, it's going to happen at least once or twice. Like, I mean, you take that away, then the offenses are scoring on every drive.
How do you supposed to tackle a guy? Like, when you grab him around the hips, you're just supposed to stand up and plant your feet. Like, I mean it.
Yeah, then that's going to cause more injury to the defensive players.
Yeah, I mean they can't win.
Yeah,
but the game was good. Otherwise, it was fun. I started Nelson Aguilar in a couple of leagues. I think I put him on the Patreon waiver wire show 2 weeks ago. Or 3 weeks ago, I said to pick him up because I think he's like their number 2 right now. I mean, I know Odell played well, but he got hurt, of course. And especially with Mark Andrews going out, I think Nelson Aguilar is going to be play a vital role for him. So
yeah, if the NFL really cared about player safety, then they wouldn't let players play on Thursday night 4 nights after playing on Sunday. They give them a little bit of break. But anyway, I guess we'll find out in the offseason when the competition committee gets together or whatever, rules committee. But yeah, so Rival Fantasy, we are going to I'm gonna share my screen here and go over last week's wins for me, wins and losses. Let's see. So I did enter a lot of challenges this week, Nate.
nice.
So typically I wait until we do our show, but I couldn't wait this time. I've got Josh Jacobs over Joe Mixon. And guys, those of you that are watching, these are all bets that are out there floating right now. You can go in and search for these players and accept this on your own if you like. But I've got Josh Jacobs over Joe Mixon, and I don't know what Joe Mixon scored last night because it still doesn't have the final down here as far as rival scoring goes. But I got to hope that Josh Jacobs outscores him. I know Mixon had a touchdown, so it might be tough. But I got to believe Josh Jacobs is going to get a touchdown as well. I had Ayuk over Mixon. I really didn't think that Joe Mixon was going to have a good game, obviously. Cooper Kupp over Mixon. Sam Howell over Mixon. Well, I guess nobody can actually go in and accept those bets now because Mixon's already played. So I guess I'm just going to get all that money back. So that's probably a good thing since he scored a touchdown. Here's one that you guys can still go out and, oh, nope, never mind. I took Joe Burrow. I guess I was really excited about Thursday Night Football.
It happens to the best of us.
Glad nobody took this one too since Burrow went out early. But yeah, I played a lot of bingo cards. Let's take a look at one of my bingo cards here. We haven't talked about the bingo for some time now, but so I have Dak Prescott going against the Panthers. The offense is finally clicking, and Dak's finally connecting with his receivers. So I figured I'd give him another chance in my starting lineup. And I played like 3 different lineups too. So you want to diversify, right? So Christian McCaffrey, Josh Jacobs, Amon-Ra, Tyreek against Vegas. I really like that one. Kelsey against Philadelphia. Guys, if you notice, like these are all top-notch players. It's not on a budget like other sites. You set your lineup, you pick whoever you want. So now if Dak passes for more than 4 touchdowns, I'll get to fill this square. Probably not likely, but I'll get.
I hope it is because I actually just did a bingo card and I have CeeDee Lamb and Dak Prescott and Amon-Ra St. Brown. Before you even said that to you guys, I had that same one. So
nice. So maybe we will. Maybe we'll both win this week.
I hope so.
Right now, the prize pool is only at $430. It's usually right around $400 to $500 at this point. By Sunday morning, it usually hits 1,000. So we're kind of on pace. But you see how many cards I played this week. I think I played 15. So forgot to play any last week, which is not normal for me. But
I also have Josh Jacobs.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Nice.
I didn't mean to mirror your card, but after you said it, I hit enter and I was listening to you and I said, that's about the same thing. So we got a little different.
Good. It's all good. All right. So season long, we want to talk about the season long bets that you can place against each other. So Nate and I are playing each other. I'm going to go to matchups here. Wait, that's not it. Standings. Yeah, that's what I wanted to look at first. So Nate and I are playing each other in this league. Nate is in 7th place at 3-5. 6 teams make the playoffs. So you just gotta get a couple wins to catch up with 6th place, but 6 teams make the playoff. You still have a shot. I have a little less of a shot because I'm 2-6. I don't even know how many games are left in the rival leagues, but my team is not good. This was my second chance team. This is with the league that started in week 3. And I probably should have started a third chance league because this one is not good. But if I go to the in-league bets, it'll show us who all has bet on what. And the dates and everything. Sweet. Cool. So we go to leagues. If I click on the matchup, then I can click on bet to bet on mine, and Nate can click on bet to bet on his. And we both already did that. So we have a $5 bet against each other. And I don't. It doesn't look like either of us had anybody going last night, so we didn't hit the injury bug. So that means those of you that are watching this right now, you still have a chance to go in and bet right now. You can bet the same $5, or you can bet more. You can bet less. It doesn't matter. They divide it up evenly among the percentage of the bet that is placed on either side. So, so go in and place your bets and then try to win our money from us. So, Nate, you are favored to win by a point. It doesn't.
I just noticed you had Austin Eckler. If I'd have known that, I probably would have bet on your team. I got a feeling he has at least 2 touchdowns this weekend.
Oh well, I mean, he's playing against your Packers, so you're a little
against their really good run defense.
Yeah, yeah. But you can't bet for your opponent to win. Unfortunately, there is a rule there for that reason, probably. But well, I mean, also, at this point, I'm 2-6. I would bet on the other team and lose on purpose. But
in some of my leagues, I'm doing so poorly at this point that I would bet on their team because I know they would beat me regardless of what lineup I set.
Right. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
So I have a bunch of in-season bets actually placed. I've got a couple more here. Struts Geek Gear and Kong 808. If you guys are out there watching, I bet against you guys. So if you want to show me up, log in. And this one right here, Peyton Stevens, that's my son. I bet for his team to win. So hopefully he wins me some money. But yeah, just a fun little way to bet on Rival. Again, not any way that you're going to find in any other format to bet. Let's see. You want to play our challenge game, Nate?
Yeah.
All right. So we'll do the one where we flip through first. So we'll just do like the third. We'll still try to find one that's already on there because they get accepted. I've found that if we just do the third blank one, a lot of times they don't get accepted. So we'll try to find three or the third one that has less than $5. But in the meantime, while I'm scrolling through here looking for mine, you can start thinking about let's do NFC running backs for our matchup, you and me.
Okay, I like that. I think who I want.
Ooh, this is a big bet right here.
Yeah, it is.
I know this isn't a part of the game, but I'm gonna take this one. I'm gonna take Jalen Hurts over CeeDee Lamb. Yeah, it's a tough one because CD's been playing off the hook, and I just talked about how I thought he's gonna have a big game, but Jalen Hurts against Kansas City, he's got to score points, right?
Oh yeah.
Well, if nothing else, at least the people will see one of the bets I made.
Yeah, right. I'm surprised I haven't got hit yet.
Well, also, I guess I did already rifle through a lot of them when I placed my bets last night, so maybe. All right, here we go. Here's A.J. Brown and Keenan Allen. I'll just go ahead and take this one since
I definitely take that one.
Since I don't want to keep flipping forever. It's kind of bad for television. All right, so there's mine. I've got Keenan Allen. And now you are up, sir.
Oops, I hit remove after you hit add. Sorry, that's my bad. There we go. Now we're going. That's my fault. I gotta find one that we can. I made a couple NBA ones earlier too. Sometimes I get bored and I see that. I don't know anything about the NBA. I did win. I think I won a couple 2 weeks ago, last week. I'm not betting on that one. Sorry, I can't bet $26 that Dak. I mean, that's kind of an odd bet, but I can't do it. I'm getting these big money ones. Did you already see all these?
I was actually looking for my NFC running back, but I probably have. Like I've rifled through it a couple of times. I did place. I thought I placed a couple of. Or wait, no, that was last week. I placed a couple big ones.
I'm still trying to think what NFC running back I want now that we're talking about it. Would you look at that? Sorry.
All right, I've got it down to 2 NFC running backs, so that means whichever one you take, I'm going to take the other.
Did you send it to me?
No, not yet. I'm going to wait and see who you take.
I mean, the obvious choice is Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah, that's one of them, but I have another one on there too. And tell you what, if you don't take my other one, then I'll take my other one to yours if you don't take CMC. But if you take CMC, I'll take my I'm not going to I'm not going with CMC this week unless you take my other one.
I can't. My challenge, they quit loading on me. I stop sharing. We can go back
That's
to it.
all right. That's all right.
I'll take CMC, sure, if you're going to give them to me.
All right. Let me set that up then. Create. Nate's going with McCaffrey. Oh shoot, I can't do my other one because I said NFC, didn't I?
Yeah.
Oh crap! All right. Well, yeah, I got mixed up here. I wasn't going with an NFC guy. Let's see. Shoot, you know what? Let's just do this. I see a lot of out of the backfield catches for DeAndre Swift this week.
I thought about him when you were talking about it. I thought about saying that.
So I'll go with Swift. And it's sent, my man.
I'll go accept it. Hell yeah.
All right. All right. So Isaiah Likely, is he going to be a thing? It looked like whenever let me stop sharing my screen here. Whenever the injury happened with Andrews, that Kohler guy is the one that got any kind of receptions. But if you go back and look, Likely had more routes and more snaps than Kohler.
Yeah.
But he didn't record a catch because the one catch he had was called back on a penalty. So I just don't think that there's a tight end there to have at this point.
No, I don't think. I mean, nothing that would compare to, Andrews. So but maybe, I don't know. I suppose maybe if you got, if it's like a 2 tight end league maybe or something, he'd be a guy to pick up. But other than that, I don't think there's really. I just don't think they're going to want to run the ball first, anyways. You know what I mean?
I can kind of see a bump for those wide receivers, though. I'm feeling like my Scott Fishbowl team, I have absolutely no wide receivers there.
Yeah.
But so if any one of those wide receivers are still available out there, it might be worth going to pick up. I feel like he's going to trust his slot receiver before he will his backup tight ends at this point.
Definitely.
But yeah, nope. And then the other big one, we know we're not going after Jake Browning unless you're in a deep super flex and you were relying on Burrow, and now you're just not going to make the playoffs. So
yeah, I mean, I'm not. If I'm in Dynasty, I can't sell Jamar Chase. I mean, I guess if it was a lot, but nobody's going to pay much for him right now, so I'd have a hard time getting rid of him. I mean, I just keep starting him. He's still going to score some points, just not what he was.
You might be able to find a rebuild team that would take Jamar Chase. That might give you something for. They might give you players back. They're not going to give you draft picks if they're in a rebuild, but that might be your best bet. But
yeah.
All right. Well, if you are a Patreon member, then now that Nate's brought it up, there is the potential of a new Dynasty League IDP starting up this offseason. I'll be commissioning it if we go through with it, and it's going to be primarily for Patreons only if we can get enough Patreons to sign up for it. And it's going to be a $50 league, but we're going to give away a couple of free spots because you guys are Patreon. So why not? But we'll give those away on the flagship show. But I'm probably going to start getting in the works with that next month. So if you're at all interested, it's at JustinFF_. Shoot me a DM or message me on the Gilded. Actually, it's gotten to the point where I kind of prefer the message on Gilded because I don't even get on the artist formerly known as Twitter anymore very often. So, but I'm on that Gilded all the time, man.
Yep.
Gilded is popping, the free Gilded chat that any of you are allowed to join. But Nate, I feel like, was that work that was calling you a minute ago?
It sure was.
Yeah, I feel like we should probably get off here. You're a busy man. I appreciate you notching out the time here. But
hell yeah, no, I was glad. It's fun to do it.
Yeah, I'm glad we got it in, and I'm glad that we've got a rival bet going on this week. It'll make that game even more interesting since we don't have good teams.
We sure don't. Not in that league.
All right, everybody. Hey, good luck in week 11, and we'll see you next week.
See you.